So welcome to sunny Portland. We are incredibly pleased that you're here. Let nobody try to convince you it's raining. It's not. That's our definition of sun. We are incredibly, on behalf of the Portland City Government, Portland City Council, we are incredibly honored to partner with our local IBEW and the local chapter of this great caucus to help be your co-host for this very important event. So your convention here has, in this great Union Hotel, has meant a lot to us on so very many levels.
Welcome to Portland. Hope you have a wonderful stay. Welcome to Portland. I hope you have a wonderful stay.
All right, IBEW in the house. Come to work with his tools.
Much of yourself and then others to get up, to come, and let's see about the world, because that's our job. We are charged with seeing about one another. Don't let anybody fool you. And we see that from Haiti right now. That's not an accident that we are here and that is happening, because that's what we're trying to do, to make sure IBEW is known through the electrical workers of Minority Caucus to do the right thing toward everybody. Thank you so much.
I'm going to be helping out with the youth project, so if anybody under 35 can come sign up, I'll be at this table at the end over here. First, we're going to go to two different places. One's a group, a Native American group, and the other one is and youth that are having behavioral problems.
Good morning. We'll be leaving in 5 minutes downstairs, Blanchard House. Okay. And Blanchard House was the serving the homeless.
Hey,
if you're in need of ladders, can you call me? Oh, I did. Okay.
Where you doing things.
Hey, always.
Are you serious?
Oh, are you really working?
That's really a tough wood. And just leave on the line if you can find that right in.
We're here to help out the community. You can't get me from that angle.
We're putting up a service today. So when you get a game box ahead to splice everything, and you got to help figure it out.
For the church, we already put some new lights up.
All right, putting a new power supply, game box coming in with new, replacing 50-year-old service, huh?
Yeah,
50-year-old scary service.
Yeah.
Scary, dangerous service, huh?
Multiple splices inside the panel.
In middle and upper income neighborhoods, the ratio of books to kids is about 13 books to every one child. And then in low income neighborhoods, it's more like 1 book for every 300 children.
We call that the book gap.
We are cleaning books for children that will be collecting them to keep and pass down to hopefully their brothers and sisters, so that they will learn how to read.
And why are you doing it?
Why am I doing it? Because I care.
Where are you from?
See? When I care.
All right. How appropriate.
That's a very appropriate book.
How you doing, my sister?
I'm doing very well. How are you doing?
I'm okay. Where are you from?
I am from Seattle, Washington, local 46.
Okay, so you come all the way from Seattle to come here to clean books. Would you have never imagined?
Well, hey, I love cleaning books. It helps me relive my childhood. I learned that the big bad wolf was framed. I have this lady sitting across from me that sharing all her stories couldn't be better. We are cleaning
donated books for the Children's Book Bank.
And why are we doing it?
This is our community service day for the Electrical Workers Minority Caucus, and we volunteer our services prior to our actual convention for the community that we're convening in.
And how you doing, sir?
All right, how you doing?
I'm okay. And why are you here cleaning books?
To volunteer. I'm from Los Angeles also, and this is our project for today.
And why do you volunteer?
It's the right thing to do.
All right. Thank you
And I
very
enjoy
much.
it too.
Thank you very much, sir. Are you glad to be able to help?
I'm glad because literacy in this country is really poor. And if we can help to motivate young kids to read, have an interest in reading, further their education, if we can help just by doing this little bit of work we're doing, I think it's a great thing. I think it's a wonderful concept. It should be nationwide.
Well, we're cleaning and repairing and moving them on for the Head Start kids to get their chance of having their own books and being able to develop their reading skills and just make it better.
I love the idea. I think it makes you value what you have. My kid has a whole bunch of books at home that he read once, and it makes you think about other kids that have no books. So I think it's a great idea.
What show?
I'm in the CAT.
The CAT Catfish.
Snapper? What?
Get back to hotel registration. It's open, the mezzanine floor. So you have all that ready. It's a couple of meetings this evening, very informal. But tomorrow I want y'all to look sharp as a tack.
Yes, ma'am.
$5. All right, y'all take care. God bless.
God bless you too, sister.
All right.
It's Constructing Hope, and it started at Irvington Covenant
That's
Church.
deep.
It is. It is.
All right. Because without hope, it's nothing.
There's nothing.
It's impossible. But with hope,
you can do everything.
Everything with the one who strengthened me.
Yes.
And our program motto since 2008 is a new day, a new way.
Oh, I like that.
Okay?
A new way and a new day.
That's right.
And a new friend.
No, there you go.
Christ.
We all got a friend in Jesus, okay? Between Jesus and us,
yes.
we're supposed to be of service
That's
to each other.
That we have to do.
That's what we have to do.
If we doing what we say we're about.
There we go. Okay. If you do what you say you're about.
If you say, and your work will speak for it. You know, the work you do will speak for it.
I wish I could be there speaking to you in person. And I've said many times before, I admire the spirit and the passion of the members of the EWMC and what you bring to the Brotherhood. We're all stronger because of your participation in your union, your work as a caucus, and your activism on economic and social justice. You know, 1 year ago, we met just a few days before the first President of the United States of African descent raised his hand to take the oath of office. We had finished 8 bloody years under President George W. Bush, and yet on that day, we were looking forward to a kind of political and social change that Barack Obama represented and promised. We were optimistic, but we knew that anything good came only after a year of hard work.
From the President, the Vice President, and the leadership of both houses of Congress, they're all with us. And we're doing everything we can to secure these 60 votes that we need in the Senate for a strong bill that, these are our principles, right, removes the barriers to organizing workers that we face today, stops the endless corporate delays in bargaining first contracts, some of you may have experienced that, and creates real and painful penalties for companies that break the law during organizing and bargaining campaigns.
We must make sure that every child has an opportunity to learn a trade or pursue some other course of continued study. That means that students must not have to bear the burden of heavy debt in order to study their trade. We need more scholarships for our young people. We must, thank you. We must make sure that every young person that has completed their studies has the opportunity to earn a living and grow to their greatest potential. That means they need a job and they need the opportunity to continue to move up in their trades. We must make sure that there is room at the table of opportunity for every community. That means we all need to work together. We must make sure that as leaders, we are working hard for our common good, and that we focus on what unites us, not on what divides us.
Solar photovoltaic. The forecasts for this industry are also very exciting in terms of the amount of work and the amount of jobs that's going to be created. It's projected to be $127 billion worth of work over the next 10 years. $127 billion. All these factors are converging to create an exciting new green energy market. In fact, a whole new green industrial revolution.
Become a significant player as a bridge fuel between now and when we reach that green energy economy that we're working towards. That project will create over 4,000 jobs during construction. And so I was there working with the contractors and the unions and the tribes so we can get our young men and women into the apprenticeship programs, get them trained and on the job so that when the construction starts, we're part of the workforce, that we're not left out again.
You can sense how bad things actually are. Since the beginning of the recession, we've lost over 7.3 million jobs. That's a massive total amount of people. Put in perspective, people say, well, it's a bigger country, no big deal. That's about 5.3% of all jobs. That's the worst downturn since the Great Depression. But the issue is that if it does formally get better, we'll probably have a jobless recovery, which means that the economy may grow, but jobs won't grow. And we know why it happened. That people with money took our money, start speculating, right? They played on our money, they gambled, we lost.
We live in the words of our founder, A. Philip Randolph, who said, at the banquet table of nature, there are no reserved seats. You get what you can take, and you keep what you can hold. If you can't take anything, you won't get anything. And if you can't hold anything, you won't keep anything. And you can't take anything without organization. Thank you very much.
Extra, extra, read all about it. The courage to lead and the power to make a difference. Focus, 2010, because leaders aren't born, they are made. And when you focus upon the American worker, you are clearly talking about the trade unionists who dare to make a positive difference. Leadership, focus, extra, extra, read all about it, because leadership is living at risk and jumping off the cliff and building your wings on the way down. So imagine this. Imagine a seaman found himself advising the captain of the ship during a torrential storm. And he said, sir, you need to change course 20 degrees. Change course 20 degrees. And the captain said, is it starboard or is it moving astern? He said, sir, it's starboard, but you need to change course 20 degrees. And the captain said, you can't order me. I'm the captain. I'm in charge. And he said, sir, you need to change course 20 degrees. The captain said, I'm the captain. He said, sir, I'm a seaman, second class. Change course 20 degrees. I'm calling you from the lighthouse. I'm calling you from the lighthouse. Because Nelson Mandela told us our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant and gorgeous, talented and fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? The future started yesterday and we're already running late, and then we'll look at the issue. And the issue says that whatever you're going through, and we're going through a lot right about now, whatever you're going through, it's a temporary inconvenience for a permanent improvement. Because the chutzpah that comes from within all of who we are as American workers, you never, 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 never give up. You never give up. So the decision making and the problem solving comes from your ranks. So when you focus, EWMC, who must detail your life? You're the planners and the implementers. You know the issues and you have the willingness to be problem solvers. Progress always involves risk. You can't steal second base and keep your foot on first. Inquiring minds want to know, do you want to be safe and good, or do you want to take a chance and move from good to great? The reality is that when we focus upon successful unions and successful organizations and successful communities in life, you can strike out or you can hit a home run. But you have to be in the game to play the game. Trade union is like a ship. Everyone ought to be prepared to take the helm. I listened the other day to a young person. He said, my mother has a BA, my father has an MA, my aunt has a PhD, but I'm the only one who has a JOB. Leadership, risk, work-taking. The word lead has an Indo-European root, to go forth. To go forth. And you're all risk-takers. Why? Because if you were not, you wouldn't have gone from the neighborhood from one side to the other of town. If you weren't a risk taker, you would not have been willing to learn all of the realities of moving from apprentice all the way to what? Master. If you were not willing to take a risk, you would not have been willing to give a new meaning to excellence without excuse. Not what could have been and should have been and might have been but was not, but excellence without excuse. And clearly, if you were not willing to be a risk taker, you would not have engaged your significant other by saying, what's your name? Have I seen you before? And if you weren't a risk taker, you wouldn't have tried your own cooking. So leadership is not a magnetic personality. That would be a glib tongue. It's not making friends and influencing people. Leadership, that would be flattery. Leadership is having vision and setting a climate for the membership. When Helen Keller, who was blind, was asked,